Yeah, I'd like to ask you, and I'm not going to get you to call any bishops or dioceses out by name unless you want to. I want to
Yeah,
ask what dioceses are doing it wrong, in your opinion, and what dioceses or bishops are doing it right.
yeah.
I heard recently about the creative measures priests have been taking in hearing confessions, like a drive-through confessional. I heard that one bishop kind of put the kibosh on that. And it would seem to me that if any sacrament was necessary, in this time, it's confession and anointing of the sick.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on certain dioceses? What's the kind of the worst case scenario you've been hearing?
Yeah. Well, first, let me just quickly answer that. I mean, confession, you can, even if you're in mortal sin, with an act of perfect contrition, which is not that easy, but one where you're really profoundly contrite for what you have done, you can receive the graces of confession without going through an act of confession to a priest. All right, it can be done. We can do emergency baptisms. All right, we can live without the Eucharist. We're not saying we can't live without it. We just don't see why we can't have it uh, uh, if we're observing the right precautions. So, and even marriage, if you're denied marriage, canon law allows you, marriage really is the consent between the spouses. So people can get married at this time. So the anointing of the sick, no one else can do but a priest. No one else can do for a priest. And that's, and you can't do it tomorrow. If you're dying today, you can't do it tomorrow. You got to have it today. All right. So yes, some dioceses are doing it very wrong. And I will name some names. Archbishop Tobin in New Jersey has forbidden the last rites to be given. Bishop, since I can't remember his name, I can't mention, but it's Springfield, Massachusetts. He's not allowing baptisms. All right, and you're saying, like, again, what does that mean? I just don't. Again, I know priests whose hearts are broken, right, that they can't be doing this for people, and they believe that all these things can be done safely. And if again, doctors and nurses and grocery store clerks can be if parents come with a newborn to a church door, and I heard of one couple who went to 6 different priests, and all of them said, I can't do it. Now, you can't, like, what? What do you mean you can't do it? But of course, I hope those parents did it themselves. Ed Peters, preeminent canon lawyer, says at this time, virtually every baptism is an emergency baptism. We're in emergency state. So anybody who wants to be baptized, have their children baptized, it can be done by a lay person. Though I would recommend contacting your priest first, because he just might be willing to do it.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, you will absolutely love the full interview, so click right there to enjoy the whole thing. Also, a big thanks to these groups who made that interview possible. Learn more in the show notes below about these guys. They're absolutely incredible, and honored to have them as sponsors. Oh, and also, if you haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe and then that bell button. That way YouTube will be forced to let you know when we put out more content.